Right, so the sergeant I spoke with said these crooks are targeting places in and around Milwaukee's entertainment areas. So that's like the east side near Brady Street and Walker's Point. But tonight, MPD stressing the importance of filing a police report and taking preventative steps to protect your vehicle. Snapping pictures of an unwanted surprise in River West Wednesday.
Personally, I feel violated. I feel frustrated.
Savannah Gorell thought she did everything to protect her vehicle.
So the fact that I've already put a club on it, I've gotten the anti-theft software, and now I also just have to worry about someone wanting to steal from it.
Her window smashed, just the latest victim across the city. 134 criminal damage to car reports between July 8th and 21st, a nearly 140% increase from the 2 weeks prior.
Since we have a pattern going on here, multiple victims, and the likelihood of it continuing, I think a larger investigation would be warranted.
Milwaukee Police Sergeant Efrain Cornejo in an exclusive one-on-one with 12 News Wednesday.
Do we know who's doing this? If this is organized or random individuals, groups?
Unfortunately, anecdotally from what we do see a lot when it comes to entry to autos or damage, damage to vehicles is we normally see, just it's kind of a crime of opportunity and it's random at times.
Do you know, or do we have any inkling of what they might be looking for?
We've seen them looking for firearms, and unfortunately, some people that have firearms leave their guns inside their car.
Police want you to do one thing if crooks target you.
They might not want to report it to their insurance because it's just a broken window, right? However, reports help us identify where we see trends and where we might have to deploy resources.
Gorell already filed a police report, hoping the window smashers are caught soon.
Do anything that I need to and have to do to hopefully prevent this from happening again.
Yeah, preventing the key word here. Erica, what is the department doing in response to the crime surge?
So Sergeant Cornejo tells me that MPD has increased patrol in District 1, which is the area surrounding downtown, to combat this issue. Officers are also placing these flyers with a QR code on victims' vehicles. That QR code links to a website where people can file an online police report, and that link will also be in this story on the 12 News app.
All right, reports do go a long way. Erica Finke live for us in Milwaukee tonight. Right now on the 12 News mobile app, the local business offering free window fixes for anyone impacted by this crime spree. We posted that information inside this story. You can download the 12 News mobile app for free.
On Capitol Hill, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu addressed Congress as the war in Gaza continues. He wants the U.S. to support Israel in its war with Hamas. Republican House Speaker Mike Johnson invited the world leader to speak to Congress.
When we stand together, something very simple happens. We win, they lose. This is not a clash of civilizations. It's a clash between barbarism and civilization.
Outside the Capitol, protesters voiced their opposition, some burning American flags. Police used pepper spray on the crowd. Some Democrats protested and skipped the prime minister's speech. Among them, U.S. Representatives Gwen Moore and Mark Pocan from Wisconsin's delegation. Senator Tammy Baldwin, who's up for re-election this fall, did show up. 12 News political director Matt Smith talked with her earlier this week.
But what I hope to hear from Netanyahu is a plan for peace. What I hope to hear from him is laying out a path to a ceasefire, mutually agreed upon, release of the hostages.
He pretty strongly went after some of the protests and the protesters we've seen here in the U.S., including outside of the U.S. Capitol, as we sit here at this hour. Was that the appropriate move on his part?
It's correct to call out the error in the thinking of many of these protesters. I thought one of the best lines he delivered was critiquing those that show up with signs that say gays for Gaza, showing them that they are like chickens for KFC.
President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris plan to meet with Netanyahu tomorrow. Former President Donald Trump will meet